I'm literally laying in our front yard right now. Going to answer some questions that we've gotten so far this season. So we are almost complete with round 1 of our applications. And I just wanted to take a couple minutes here to go over some things, some common questions that we've gotten over the last couple of weeks, couple days now, regarding the lawn care schedule and different tips and whatnot. So let's see here. First question we have, it's a pretty common one. You just did the Crabgrass Preemergent. Can I put down some grass seed now? The answer is no. And unfortunately, we've had this discussion a few times now this season to where we've been out to do the Crabgrass application, and then another company will come in and say, well, we're going to do the seeding now, so don't put any more Crabgrass Preemergent down. Well, since we already put down the first application that includes the Crabgrass Preemergent, it's already too late. That Preemergent, the prodiamine, is going to be in the soil for about 180 days. You can't put any seed down. So be very, very cautious about that. And if you were doing any spring seeding this season, I hope that you told us before we came out and did the first application so we can make the proper adjustments to our schedule, because if not, we do our program as listed on our service letter that we sent out at the beginning of the year. So it's very important that you keep that communication going to where if you plan on doing something, you let us know. Also, seeding along in the spring isn't always the best idea. Sometimes you have to do it, but you need to know that most of the time the seed will germinate in the spring, but it's not going to survive long in the summer. The seed needs to develop a really good root structure, and most of the time, by the time summer gets here, it's too hot and dry. It kind of fizzles out. August and September is the best time to seed. That's really what we promote. Some cases we will do a spring seeding if the conditions are right and we feel comfortable with that, but you just need to be aware that that's what you got going on there. If you've already put the Crabgrass Preemergent out, too late, can't do any seeding on top of that. Next question, starting to see weeds, right? So I thought you put a Preemergent out, I shouldn't see any weeds. That's like 50% true, right? Crabgrass Preemergent takes care of grassy weeds, crabgrass, mainly, right? Crabgrass Preemergent doesn't do anything for broadleaf weeds. There's a reason for that. The Crabgrass Preemergent needs to be put out when the soil temperatures are still low enough before that crabgrass starts to germinate. That means soil temperatures are not yet warm enough for us to effectively spray broadleaf weed control herbicide. So we're out doing our first round application with Crabgrass Preemergent, and probably about 75% of our customers that are getting the Crabgrass Preemergent, it's still too cold out for us to spray liquid herbicide. So then we run into this weird transition stage of, okay, weeds start to show up now, but it's still not quite warm enough to spray for herbicide. So what do you do then? Well, unfortunately, we just kind of have to live with it, because I could go out, when it's way too early and spray weeds, and it's not going to do anything. It's going to waste product. It's going to be bad for the environment to waste product like that, and it's just going to waste money all around. So we try and educate everybody to make sure that you understand that, yeah, you're going to have some weeds for a week or so, but as soon as soil temperatures are warm enough, we will come out and spot treat those weeds as needed. I'm actually laying next to a patch of clover that I sprayed the other day, and it's already starting to fizzle out. So I know that soil temperatures are warm enough now. We have herbicide in all of our trucks that we're putting out now. So folks are getting that added benefit of the weed spray. So if you have called in the last couple of weeks, we've got you on schedule here in the next few days. We're going to be coming out and doing your weed service calls. Absolutely no problem. Please just let us know if you do see any problems, and we do come out and take care of it. That's part of our program. That's what you pay us to do, right? The next two kind of questions go together. So if you're seeing some of these weeds now and you're wanting to mow your lawn, should you wait before or after we do the treatment to mow? And the short answer is it doesn't matter, right? Because if you're mowing your lawn at the appropriate height, and then I come out tomorrow and spray your weeds, the only thing we ask is you wait 24 hours after we do the treatment to mow your lawn again. So that herbicide is going to get on the weeds, it's going to get down to the root system, and it's going to kill that actively growing weed, right? So you should not mow your lawn ever any shorter than 3.5 inches. Okay, so if you're one of our customers and I drive by your house and it is shorter than 3.5 inches, I get really upset, because by mowing shorter than 3.5 inches, you're going against everything that our program is doing. You're going against what the weed control and the fertilizer is doing, because when you mow turf type tall fescue cool season grasses at shorter than 3.5 inches, you're causing additional stress on the lawn, and your grass isn't able to focus on being healthy and looking good. It's always going to be in recovery and survival mode. Mowing short does nothing but destroy your turf, and over time that you're going to have a terrible looking lawn if you keep mowing shorter and shorter and shorter year round like that. Taller mown grass, it's going to be greener, root system's going to be healthier, you're going to see less weed pressure because you have that taller canopy. And then the last question is kind of a weird question, but for some reason we've gotten it multiple times over the last couple days here, is what about lime, right? We're hearing a lot about soil pH and putting down lime, and you need to be doing a lime application, or does lime get rid of moss, or will lime keep zoysia grass out of my lawn, or will lime keep moles out of my lawn? If we say that if you're going to be doing an additional application, make sure you have all the facts and all of your research, and that it's good facts and good research. We know that there's companies out there that sell additional lime applications as a soil additive. The thing that we found with that is the required amount of lime that it will take to apply to the lawn is outrageous compared to what is probably actually being put on the lawn. I've seen cases to where the soil tests come back and it requires 50 pounds of lime per 1,000 square feet. That's a lot of lime. That's a lot of product you'd have to put out, and I can probably say that it's not going to give you the results that you think it might be doing. You know, soil pH is important. However, it's not going to be make or break on your lawn. It's not going to keep moles out of your lawn. It's not going to keep different type grasses out of your lawn. I really don't even know if it does anything for moss, because moss is a whole nother issue in itself. So those are a couple quick Q&As that we've been getting, or questions that we've been getting over the last couple of weeks that I wanted to share with everybody, kind of answer on our YouTube page, and kind of just, you know, really kind of get deep down into some of these questions and answer them. Because I'm sure if we're being asked these questions, people are probably thinking and wondering themselves. Another thing I suggest too is really get down in your lawn like this, right? I might look weird. Cars of neighbors driving by probably wanting to know what in the world I'm doing out here. But this reminds me, back when I was in Scouts as a kid, one of the Eagle required merit badges is environmental science, and one of the requirements was you had to get down in the ground a square foot, right? And look and identify everything that was going on in that square foot on the ground. And I think if you take some time to do that in your own lawn, you'll be surprised at what all's really going on in there. You know, it's more than just soil and grass growing. You know, there's living organisms that live in your lawn and in your soil. And when you really get down and look close on it, you can kind of see that whole ecosystem kind of working, and it kind of gives you an appreciation for what we do here as a lawn care company, and some of the things that that we think about and get to enjoy doing every single day is really kind of diving deep into, you know, what's really going on in the lawn, and how can we improve the look of the lawn, the soil structure of the lawn and whatnot. And also, the last thing I want to leave you with is it is soil and it's not dirt. Soil is what gives life to your lawn, and dirt is like what's between your toes. That's something I was told this last January at a conference by the lab that we use for soil testing. He says it's not dirt, it's soil. Dirt is what you find between your toes. So I'll leave you with that. It's a little bit longer video than what we normally make, but I feel it's been good to kind of share some of these thoughts and answer some questions. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, comment, like, share, do whatever to stay in the loop. And then as we continue throughout the season, there's other topics that we're going to talk about as well. So we look forward to making more videos and seeing you soon.